So
Yeah.
give me your review. Give me a no spoiler review first.
Well, me or Kevin? Because Kevin saw it first. We did a little YouTube video with his reaction, but Kevin, you want to go ahead, throw a quick non-spoiler up, and then I'll chime in.
My thought on it was a really, really fun movie. It had a lot more fun and jokes packed into it than Afterlife did.
Okay.
I can't say that it's a better movie than Afterlife. Afterlife is just different. Like it's a much more somber type flick. This is a popcorn movie. No pun to the buckets. Sorry.
No pun to the buckets.
If you like real Ghostbusters, this has that spirit where you are going to see different types of equipment. Well, I guess that's a spoiler. I apologize. You don't watch trailers either, so I'm going to skip that too.
I am allergic to trailers. When you start talking trailers, I'm out.
Oh, no, that's totally cool.
This is every bit as fun as, say, the episode of Real Ghostbusters where they fight the Boogeyman or Sam Hain.
All right.
God, I love those.
Those are great episodes for sure.
That's what I would relate this to, is fun that way. And then there's a wonderful amalgamation of the two casts. It's not like last time.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. 2 casts, not 3.
The OG
Not
cast,
yet.
and then
Not yet.
Yeah.
I would love to have an amalgamation of all 3 of those stories, finding a way to put together that ultimate Ghostbusters.
Well, I wish they would have kept Holtzman. I liked her. She was a lot of fun. She was the only character that I thought was a ton of fun.
Agreed.
Patty too. Patty was a lot of fun. But they kind of had a character that resembled Patty in this.
Okay.
And I think that was also to resemble Egon in the cartoon as well. So it's like, I would have rather had her, I guess. I don't know. I did like her.
Jeff, what's your review?
Hit it.
I pretty much, I'm a bit like Kevin. I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. It's not perfect. It has some issues, but for the overall feel of, is it worth going to the theater? I would say hell yes. The sound design in this movie rocked the fucking movie theater for whenever the action ramped up. It was like, here we go. This is what you come to the theater for. And overall, really fun experience. It feels like the movie dragged just a little bit here and there. A couple character story beats. It'll be up to interpretation how you feel on that. Staying away from spoilers. My big thing is they acknowledge Ghostbusters Part 2.
Yeah.
And they only reference it like once or twice. But there's other things from Part 2 that aren't even talked about like at all. And I don't know if you want me to even tell you anything like that, but they bring up Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
But there's no mention of Oscar.
No,
there's no mention of a few things from Part 2, which kind of is a little odd. My one real complaint on the movie is they tried to push too much into this movie in one movie. This would have been better suited for spreading out between this and a third one. That way you get the nice bridge between all the casts. Everything's allowed to breathe. Ultimately, I think it would have played out a little bit better. But I like that it's back in New York. There's a sense of familiarity going on with the movie. Like, this feels a lot more like a Ghostbuster movie rather than some random town out in the middle of Iowa, and where you learn this, that, and the other. And it's so far removed from what we're familiar with. Now we're back to familiar ground. It's like going Die Hard with a Vengeance with Ghostbusters. You're back where everything is centered. And New York is its own character. I wish they went around New York more. But I think what they did was pretty good. It's definitely enjoyable. I would recommend going to see it. And then you make up your own mind after that. But just know going in, yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but I'm only here for fun. If I want it perfect, I'm going to go watch the original Ghostbusters. Because that should have only been a one and done. It turned into a franchise. first one's just lightning in a bottle. They've never been able to really recapture that, except for the cartoon. And this feels like real Ghostbusters meets the original movie, trying to somewhere go towards extreme Ghostbusters.
Nice.
I don't know if either of you have played it, but the Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed game did a really good job of doing an epilogue type story of what happens after Afterlife once Winston gets Ecto-1 home and reopens the firehouse. And they kind of took some of the plot from that and they left out some other of it, which is fine, more than fine. But it was a lot of fun because they started making that feel more like the real Ghostbusters in a way too. And then they incorporated Extreme Ghostbusters, and then they incorporated 2016. And so it's like they've got that. You could have a feel for whatever version you want, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Right.
And one last thing. Wish the main villain is dope as hell. Love the main villain.
All right. That is a glowing review from you two cynical son of a bitches.
If I thought it sucked, I would be like, it sucked.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be the first to say that there are like really flimsy parts in the plot where you just kind of be like, okay, like whatever, it doesn't matter. Again, it's for forgivable type plot holes. It doesn't matter that terribly. It wasn't enough to make me eye roll at any given point in time. But you mentioning how curmudgeonly we are, Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, these fucking critics. Most of the time, it's whatever.
So you agree with the audience score being a much higher score than the silly critics that are saying this is something else.
Yeah, absolutely. Like no real person in any of the fan groups that I've seen have really been just like harshly critical of it. Not someone that just can't like be happy with any movie. They just complain. The critics, however, like it's all snarky type folks. Either it's people that I made a joke like, okay, all the people that are going to hate this movie are like ATC fan for life. That is kind of funny. It is kind of true. It's not at the same time. This movie won't be for everybody. This will be hated by people that did like that, wanted more of that, and they're still not getting that. I respect that. But then again, like I said, don't critique this movie because you're going in there with an objective shoulder on you. And also, really what you're seeing a lot of also is people fucking saying that they hate it. So you click on it. Click on it, like inflammatory headlines just for clicks.
And then you actually get to the review and they don't have too much that they're really arguing about other than maybe one or two things.
Oh, it's jokes on Gen X, why won't they let this die? It's not funny anymore. You have to be old. It's like
they forgot our 16th birthday. They can't complain about us.
No, I'll forget about their 16th birthday then.
Until they get me a fucking firehouse, kiss my ass. And my pony. Thank you.
I remember what you wanted for your birthday.
All right. So you guys are a positive review. You should go see the new Ghostbusters in 2024.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Like again, there are going to be people that don't like it and will have like very good reasons to not like it. That's fine.
All right. So I accidentally saw the trailer for this film because I went to go see a movie in a movie theater. I went to go see the Bob Marley One Love movie, which is a great movie. It's a biography movie that really drove me to start writing my memoir.
That's on my list to check out at some point.
I really enjoyed this movie. I really thought, yes, this is the family writing a story of a life and the family giving their viewpoint and their perspective on who this guy was. But the love is for real in this movie. I saw the trailer for Ghostbusters and I was frustrated because I think that every beat of the comedy is in the trailer. Is that true? Or
there's more than what's in the trailer.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
And one little thing. Patton isn't in it as much as they make him out to be.
Okay.
So if you're looking for Patton, that's the only thing. He's not in it as much as they make it out to be.
All right. I will
That's true.
take that under advisement.
Oh,
Patton Oswalt is certainly one of those guys that I love on a level because of his work with Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I just like that he's a big nerd. Like I can't disrespect him for that, and he's much smarter than I am. So
Werewolves and Lollipops is just a great album where he just gives us all the nerdy stories. Just fantastic.
God damn it. Just derailed me with Patton. Buck. It's not even Sunday night.
Depends on your time zone, I guess. It is Sunday here, my friend.
Well then.
As
I will
we're
zero
heading
point.
into tomorrow, it looks like opening weekend's going to be around 40 to 45 million, but we'll get better numbers tomorrow. But this is on Hollywood Reporter as of that's a while ago.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. The trailers had a whole lot of swerves in it, just so that there'd be surprises in the movie still.
Okay.
So you won't. Some of what you saw will not be there at all.
Yeah, they did that on purpose.
Yeah, they were swerving people, and I've seen a lot of complaints about that. Like, I hope there's a director's cut where all those scenes are put back in it. It's like they were never supposed to be there. And then the red parkas that like shot up to like $1,300, 18, whatever it was. That was also a swerve. A bunch of people went out and bought these coats because they looked cool on the poster, and they're on all the promo art, and they do look cool. One person wears one for 5 minutes in the whole thing, and that's it. And I'm like, bravo! Way to go.
Spider-Man No Way Home to everybody.
Nice.
Yep.
The infamous trailer where they cut out all the other Spider-Man except one.
Yeah, like I'm sorry to the people that didn't like getting swerved, but like for somebody that loves promotions and marketing, I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I will accept all of those things, and I will get out and go to see the Ghostbusters 2024.
I think you'll enjoy it in the theater. It'll be worth your efforts, especially if you're a big Ghostbusters fan.
I'm not a big Ghostbusters fan, but I tell you, Danny Aykroyd can do no wrong.
He was awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
I will take that. Bill Murray, of course, we read the Bill Murray book where Bill Murray is just such an interesting character in the world of Chicagoland, just showing up places and doing weird things. I will absolutely find a way to see Ghostbusters this week.
I think you're gonna like it a lot.
All right.